Hello, I'm Amos Robinson. I am a metal sculptor and I live here in San Diego, California. I worked through several different types of art, clay, wax, drawing, painting, things like that. But once I started working with metal, I really found my calling. It's a lifeless metal, and my goal with it is to really bring it alive. There's so much to do with it. It's so formable, and yet hard to make it really become the piece that people will react to and just go, wow, that piece really is alive. I chose stainless steel as my medium. It's a cold, very cold, lifeless metal. You'll always know it. You go to the doctor's office, you sit on that cold table, it just shocks you. I want to get that complete different reaction. I want someone to look at my art and say, those simple lines just bring that metal alive. To me, it's the greatest metal to work with. It'll take color, it'll take light, it'll take clouds from the sky, it'll take anything in its environment and reflect it back on you. And at the same time, holds a simple form that I relate to strongly, and it's what I want to create. One of the things about the artwork is form and how it shows. We've all seen so many pieces of art, and some artists will have a painting that is so lifelike. I mean, it's almost camera ready. It's just phenomenal. For me, I don't want to go there. I am not looking to recreate nature. I'm not looking to recreate life. I have tried to take whatever I'm looking at and break it down into the easiest form. I love a simple arc, and most things, even a straight line, can be filled with arcs. It's just a matter of perspective and size and scale. If I can relate something, say a figurative piece, in 5 lines, and someone recognizes as, wow, that's a leaf, that's a bottle, that's a whatever, I've done it. And to me, it has to be simple. It's my goal. Just keep it basic and see if people will relate to it. And I think most of my art expresses it. And if you look at most things I do, there's a continuity of that simple arc through almost everything. Projects take on a lot of different forms and techniques. Some I'll have a design that's figurative, and with that figurative design, there's a path to creating that figurative design. A non-figurative form can really just be that piece really goes here or there, and it grows together. So to me, there really isn't a set track to take from A to Z. The other part is where to begin, but even harder is when do you stop that piece of art? When is it done? And too often you're trying to get rid of all the imperfections and you want something to be perfect. Nothing in this world is perfect. What I'm trying to do is be expressive. I've been asked where the kinetics of this, the motion. Kinetics can be implied. Sometimes you'll look at a static statue and it has that built-up energy, like my bulls. It's absolutely static, but you could almost see it prepared to charge. But with the kinetics, you're really bringing a piece alive. And this is what really struck me about the Calder exhibit at the Guggenheim. Walking up the ramp, and I'm looking at a mobile. It's right here in front of me. And the docent was standing there. He goes, "Go ahead, son, touch it. Make it come alive." And by just touching that little mobile and everything just moving randomly, because with a mobile, you'll never see really the same thing twice. Whether it's the light reflecting on it, the shadows, the basic piece. But kinetics have so much more to offer to me. It related to me. To see that life. It's a life form in it. Some painters, they'll get their life form with the way they'll have light off a river or shining off a vase. For me, it's that statue and the implied or actual motion. The journey of being an artist bounces from one side to the other constantly. There's self-doubt every time you start something. There's self-doubt whenever you end anything. It's a working project all the time. I never know exactly where I'm going to go with my artwork. But once I start something, then it's almost this tunnel vision. It starts so wide, and then you're just coming down to this point, and then you see something grow across the bench. It's a labor of love, but more than that, it's understanding your materials. I was with another artist, and we're talking about, well, what do you do with this? How do you do this? And both of us at the same time laughed and goes, I still haven't found that, owner's manual on making a sculpture that really relates to what we do. It's an uncharted map, it's uncharted territory, and yet when you're in it, if you're not comfortable working your way through it, you'll never get anywhere. So it's, breathing, it's making sure that it all flows easy. Whether you're cooking or making art, if you're in a bad mood, your food's going to be bad. It's just your heart's not in it. But if your heart's in it, you're comfortable, something great can happen. I don't know where my art career will go. I want it to just keep growing. There's, nothing like that email when someone calls up, Amos, we've had this piece for so long, we love it every day. Wow, it's fulfilling. Everything I've ever done in life I've had a great time. Nothing has even come close to this, except for maybe the birth of my daughter. I'm Amos Robinson. I'm a metal sculptor and create kinetic artwork here in San Diego since 1981.